afternoon or good morning, depending on what time of the day you are tuning in to our YouTube channel, in which we cover various types of mind body therapeutic exercises. Today is the first day of practical instruction. It involves certain breathing patterns, breath work that I'm going to talk about briefly and then demonstrate with you. These breathing patterns are especially powerful. We do it both in the clinic, but you can also do it at home. This type of breath work, if you do it consistently, and by that I mean daily, 3 to 5 cycles, spending about 10 to 15 minutes a day, it will radically enhance your well-being, both physically and mentally. One of the things that we do as human beings is that we don't really focus on our lungs. In fact, even when we go to the gym, we do what we call cardio, and we think of cardiovascular. We don't think of our lungs. We don't think of pulmonary. So in this instance, what we are going to be doing is cardiopulmonary training, which is designed to enhance how our lungs function, to increase our respiratory functions, to add to how many liters of oxygen we can bring into the human body. Our lungs typically can hold about 7 liters of air. The average human being only holds about 1. There is a direct correlation between longevity and lung capacity. So what we are going to be doing here today is enhancing your lung capacity. And in the process of doing so, you're going to strengthen your lungs, strengthen your diaphragm muscle, and strengthen your intercostal muscles, which line your rib cage. This is very important as we go through our other physical exercises that we keep this breathing pattern in place. So here at the clinic, every group starts with the following breath cycle that I'm going to teach you. It's what power lifters do when they lift 400 or 500 pounds. And we're going to do that today because it warms up the body. It enhances the connectivity between your gut and your brain, which is hugely important for psychological well-being. So this is called intra-abdominal pressure breathing. And essentially what you do is you take a full inhale, and then you hold for 3 seconds, and then you exhale. And as you exhale, you make sure that your stomach remains outbound, that it's hard, and that you don't suck the air in. So I'll demonstrate. In fact, what I'll do is I'll demonstrate what not to do. So when you do this intra-abdominal pressure breathing, you don't do this. You inhale, which is fine, the stomach goes out. But when you exhale, you keep the pressure going out. You don't concave, you don't contract your stomach to come in like this. You don't do that, okay? You want to keep the pressure out, which helps relieve any spinal, any lumbar pain that you might be feeling. So it looks like this. Inhale, my stomach goes out like Santa Claus. And as I exhale, I keep that pressure going out into my abdomen. It's like I fill my abdomen up like it's a huge vessel, like a cavity, okay? That it's fully oxygenated, fully containing air. So, and what we do, and I'm going to encourage you to do it now with me, when we start our group, we do 5 of these breaths. And to make sure that we have the right abdominal pressure, and because we want to stimulate our gut, what you're going to do at the same time is hit your stomach about 3-4 times, relatively hard as you can take it. You should be able to feel no pain because you have pressure and going out through the abdomen while you're inhaling and exhaling at the same time. So let's do it. We'll do 5 of these breaths. It feels really good because you are activating your gut, and it really is quite calming. And for those of you who don't know, the gut is really like the second brain. So you're teaching your second brain, i.e. your gut, to wake up because you're stimulating it with the breath and the nice gentle touching with your hands. So let's proceed, and it looks like this. Just follow along with me. Here we go. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Two more. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Exhale. Okay. Now shake it out. You should feel a little bit more alert. Your abdomen should feel like it's had a little bit of a thrashing about, but it should feel positive. Shouldn't be in any pain. And what you've done is you're teaching your body and your brain to be in better coordination. So as we move into the subsequent lessons where we're moving our body in different ways, you'll hear me say abdominal breath, and that's what this is. It's keeping that pressure filled in the abdomen so that it's fully expanded, taking pressure off your spine, and it increases your own personal power. Okay. So the next part of this lesson is to move to the floor, and we're going to do our breathing on the floor. I'll explain what that is in a second, but you want to get in a nice comfortable position. You can put a pad underneath your legs or a pillow underneath your head as well, and we'll proceed with the breathing from that supine position next. All right, and now we are ready to do some breathing on the floor. Let me explain what we're about to do. As you can see, this is the setup. I have a pillow here for my head, and I have something to go underneath my legs. It makes it a little bit more comfortable and easier to do this breath work. Now, the breath work we're going to do, I'm just going to lay it out for you. Essentially, you're going to take a warm-up breath in which you're going to breathe into your belly, hold it for a brief 2 to 3 seconds, and then exhale. After that, you're going to take a shallower breath just into your lungs, your upper lungs, your chest. Again, hold it for a couple of seconds, and then exhale. And then finally, the last part of the warm-up breath is you're going to take a full breath into your belly, bottom part of your lungs, then into your chest, hold, and then you're going to exhale out your mouth after a few seconds. This is the only time that you are encouraged to breathe both inhalation and exhalation out your mouth. Normally, you don't want to be a mouth breather, but in this instance, you do because it allows you to acquire and bring in more oxygen. Now, this particular breathing then expands, and what we do from there after we do the warm-up breath, then we do about 20 breaths in and out of the mouth, relatively rapid. I'll walk you through it. It looks like this. Okay. We do about 20 of those. After the 20th one, we do what we call a breath hold. We take a full breath in, we really reach and take as much oxygen into our lungs as possible, and then we slowly exhale until our lungs are completely empty, and then we do what we call our breath hold, where we hold for about 1 minute where we don't take any inhalation in whatsoever. We are building up our body's capacity to tolerate rising levels of carbon dioxide inside our bloodstream, which is hugely important for lots of physiological processes, including reducing inflammation in the body. That's right. Rising CO2 results in a decrease in body inflammation, which could have a corresponding beneficial effect on reducing your pain. After the breath hold, we then move on to a full body contraction. And what does that look like? We take a full breath in, we hold it at the top, and then for the next 30 seconds, you contract and squeeze every muscle fiber, every tissue in your body. feels wonderful by the time you get to that 30-second mark. After that, we go back into our normal breathing. We do that for 2, 3, 4, 5 breaths. And then you start the cycle all over again. So we do about 3 rounds of these 20 breaths. I am only going to do 1 round with you now to show you what it looks like. But once you put the video on and you're watching, you can then teach yourself, because now you've learned how to do 3 or 4 cycles of this type of breath work, which I call cardiopulmonary exercise. So without further ado, we are going to move into a supine position, and from that point forward, we'll be doing the breathing together. I will do some of the breathing with you, and at other times, I'll be talking with you, to you, about what to do next. All right, here we go. We're ready to go. As you can see, I have a pillow underneath my head. You want to be comfortable. I have a cushion apparatus underneath my legs. This is a very comfortable position for most people, but you'll need to experiment. You'll need to find what works for you. If this particular setup is comfortable, great, go with it. If you want to create a different kind of setup, that's fine too, okay? So without further ado, we'll start with our warm-up breath. Just follow along to the best that you can. Feel free just to watch the video the first time so that you have a mental idea what to do, but you should be able to just follow along as I do so now. All right, so here we go. We're going to take a full breath into our belly as part of our warm-up breath, and I'm going to put my hand on my belly to ensure that it's rising. So here we go. Full breath in through your mouth. Hold for a few seconds. And fully release. See how my belly went up and down? Now I'm only going to breathe into my chest. I put my left hand on my chest. Shallow breath now into your chest. Inhale. Hold. And release. Now we're going to put it all together. Belly, chest, hold. If you're doing this correctly, it should feel like your entire chest and abdomen are acting like a wave. So, and you can put both hands together like I'm doing now, belly and chest. Here we go. Inhale to the belly, chest, hold, and release. Turn to your normal breath. And now we're quickly going to go through the cycle of 20 breaths in and out through the mouth. Just follow along. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Full in. Let it go. Fully 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 in. Let it go. 8, 10 more. Fully in. Let it go. 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 3 more. Fully in. Let it go. Fully in. Let it go. Last one. Make it count. Bring it all the way in. Keep inhaling until you can't take any more in. Expand that stomach. And then when you can't expand or breathe in anymore, let it all go slowly.
Exhaling everything out of those lungs, letting them deflate like a set of balloons. And now you're fully oxygenated, so you're going to do what we call the breath hold, where you don't take any air in whatsoever for the next minute. And now, what we're about to do, after a minute of a breath hold, is we're going to take one big inhale, hold it at the top, and then squeeze every muscle, fiber, tissue in your body. Here we go. Inhale, hold, and squeeze. Squeeze your fingers, squeeze your toes, squeeze your hamstrings, squeeze your glutes. Let all that wonderful energy you accumulated inside your core expand to every region, every part of your body, from head to heel, left to right. Squeeze, squeeze, contract, contract, and release. Find your normal breath once again.
All right, now that we have done one cycle of the breath work together, you're going to commit to doing some additional breath cycles on your own. I encourage you to do at least 2 more of these breath cycles. You can do up to 5 or 6 even, for that matter. And again, just to reiterate, the breath cycles look as follows. You don't have to do another warm-up cycle. What you're going to do is jump right away into doing 20 rapid inhalations and exhalations in and out of your mouth. After you do those 20, you're going to then do a full breath hold. You're going to take one large inhale, deepen it as best you can, exhale everything out of you, and then for at least 1 minute, and you can elongate to up to 2 minutes actually, a breath hold where you don't have to take any further inhalations because your entire system is oxygenated. You're increasing your body's ability to tolerate rising CO2 levels, which has tremendous health benefits. After the breath hold, you then do a full inhalation. You hold it at the top and you do a full body contraction, just like we did, from head to toe. Squeeze as hard as you can, but comfortable. Don't hurt yourself. And allow the wonderful energy that you've accumulated into your core from the breathing to disperse throughout your body. And after you do that body contraction for 30 seconds, relax, go back to your normal breathing for 3 to 5 breaths, and then once again, roll back into the 20 breath cycle. So do that for at least 2 more cycles. See how you feel. If you want to do a 4th and a 5th one, be my guest. But the most important thing is that you commit to doing this almost, if you can, every single day. Try to do it at the same time each day, if that's possible. And this whole process will take you 20 to 25 minutes if doing it correctly. I look forward to your feedback. If you need any instructions on any topic regarding this breathing, text me and I'll be happy to get back to you with any answers that I can provide. Have a good day. Happy breathing.